Humans are finding it difficult, Ed, to let go of psychic connections um, that become channels for draining for two reasons, Ed, most of the time. And one of them, Ed, is that humans are unable, Ed, to believe that someone would knowingly betray them. And the fact of the matter is that you can't close a channel until you face the truth. And this is why at so many people they've left their exes and everything, but they're still getting drained because they're not able to face the truth. And the core truth that is that someone knowingly betrayed them, knowingly hurt them. It's very difficult. And I just want to say it that the soulless, they are not like us. They are very dependent on money, on status, on social validation, and they can do anything for these things. This is difficult for a human to understand because we'll do anything for love. We're very soul driven, but they are not soul driven. They pretend to be. Even when they're in a relationship and so called in love, it's not for the love itself that they're there. It's for the relationship that they're there. It's for the sex. It's for all the perks that is why they are there. They always were there only for that. For the high they get thinking that, oh, this a hot guy, this hot woman is mine. It gives them a kick. For those reasons they were in it. And for those reasons they'll betray a person as well. And they do it knowingly because they've got their priorities. It's difficult for us to understand, but that's how it is. And the other reason, Ed, that humans find it very difficult to let go, to close psychic channels, is that, Ed, humans start trying to analyze and understand the stuff that happened. And the whole thing, Ed, 99.9% of the time, the whole analysis is flawed because there is no such character. Because, Ed, there are just very few humans in the world, and each human is surrounded by a cabal that plays Truman Show style ops on them to harvest emotional energy. I wouldn't say this, Ed. In the presence of God, if I didn't believe this to be true, and I'm not dumb, I'm not dumb. I have found this out, and that's why I can say it. And the thing is, Ed, that you cannot analyze or understand somebody who is not a natural organic character, because they are like the characters in the video games. The controller says go to the right, they go to the right. The controller says kick, they kick. That is what things have come down to, Ed. At least in the past 20 to 30 years, I can tell you that every relationship, any actual human or even high quality fake has been a coordinated act. A coordinated act. Somebody calls up and says, okay, we're going to launch a movie tomorrow, and the movie story is like this, so we want you to do or say this particular thing, at dinner. So at dinner time, the fake tells the human, what happened? This happened to me on the way home. None of that shit happened. It's manipulation. It's psychological, emotional, energetic manipulation. And we humans, that we try to analyze and understand them, and we lose so much energy. I have lost decades of my life, Ed, trying to understand the psychology behind the reasons why people did what they did. And later on, I found out that they were just told. I found out stuff like, for the sake of a movie release, they'll stage certain events because they are just like the movie story. To advertise that scenario in the human consciousness, they stage it for reasons as frivolous as that. as frivolous as that. For example, if they want a human to be at a certain place at a certain time for a ritual, they'll make up some elaborate story. This person fell ill and that person needs somebody to fill in for them. So someone else is going to come from another place and spend the night here so that this person can. The whole thing was because some network boss had a big, paid big for some ritual or event, and they needed the human to be there at that time, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. For that, they did all this drama. And here we humans said we start analyzing, why did that person come here? What this does this person not feel safe? Did that person not get hugged in their childhood? Oh my God, I swear. The analysis that humans do, imagining that the soulless are organic individuals, is crazy. And let me tell you, Ed, even in the cases when the soulless are not directly getting instructions from the handlers, they are still the demonic controlled body. So they are still not independent. They are a cloud. They're a cloud, Ed, of a program, of a character which has many bodies. Each body thinks it's the character. You know what I mean? It's like Popeye, Ed, in a movie, and there are multiple monitors all showing Popeye, and each monitor thinks they are Popeye. You know? That's how it is. So, one of the ways to get release from channels that are still draining you is to just understand that the person is not organic. And at any time I have said this to a human, that the person that you're trying to understand and analyze, and because of whose behavior you feel like maybe you're not good enough and all of that, that person don't even exist. That's a character, and that character had to make decisions and do things based on the needs of the cabal. When I've told this, Ed, a lot of people, Ed, immediately on their face you'll see the relief, because they know it's true. When you hit the truth, Ed, you feel release. This is a fact. This is a fact. And so, Ed, if you consider it that this person is actually a character being controlled by multiple handlers, and Ed, even the handlers, they change every few months, every few years. And these days they have very little coordination. And so we do not have strong character development. We have entities in our lives, that all humans, who behave out of character because the handler changes, the cabal that owns them changes. They are all assets and properties that get sold. You know what I mean? It's like there was a production house handling season 1 and season 2 of a particular show, and then the production team changed, and let's say Chinese investment came in, and maybe Indian investment came in, and as soon as investment comes in, they'll want their faces to come and play main characters in this TV series. So all of a sudden, a traditional, let's say, British act is now portraying Chinese, Indian, South African, whatever, from around the world, because those are investors in that series now. You know what I mean? So similarly, the characters in a human's life, they get bought by different cabals, and so they will behave one type in season 1 and season 2 of your life, and then season 3 and season 4 the investors change, and so the character will change. The character will want to eat food at a different restaurant now than before, and you'll be like, oh, you have changed, you're expanding your you're expanding your what do you call it, you're willing to try new things. No. They just get told that they have to do this, and a lot of time they get told to do stuff because of us. Like somebody I knew, and I didn't speak to her for a while, and then I like made friends back again with her, and then I find it that She's doing all the things that I'm doing in my house privately. Like I was learning a new language, learning a new skill, and she was doing exactly that. So they do mirroring. She never chose that, she never did, and she never would. But they're told to do stuff like that. So they'll be learning stuff, wearing things. Everything of them and their lives is fake. They're told what to do. They don't have the freedom even to wear what they want. They'll be told wear this color, wear this t-shirt, wear these clothes. They'll have to do it, Ed. That's how it is. And we humans just get drained trying to understand the reasons and the psychology behind it. There's no reason. It's different handlers. Yeah, I just thought I'd tell you.